My husband, 33 years, male, just asked me to quit my hobby and say goodbye to my hobby friends. I really don't want to say yes to that. What should I do? A bit of background story. My husband and I have been together for almost 8 years, married for 5. For the majority of my adulthood, I have been a bit of a malfunctioning adult in society. I've had the most physical malfunctioning, though. I've spent the majority of my adult in society, have not worked full-time since 2015, have not worked at all since 2019, due to my severe depression. Because of these things, my self-esteem has grown lower and lower to the point where I kind of only talk to my husband and have no other friends or family. Now that I put it in words, it sounds so crazy, but true. My husband has been the only source of support, love, and friendship for the past 2 years or so. I should also mention that my husband is a very private person as well. He's a big homeboy and doesn't really hang out with friends in real life either. My husband, on the other hand, is a very intelligent person who makes a comfortable amount of money for the two of us. We don't have kids yet, and we get to take seasonal vacations all over the place. I've been, of course, very grateful for all the hard work my husband has done. As far as my day goes, I do chores around the household and take care of everything at home. But some days, I just crash and lay in bed all day. My husband has tried to motivate and help me as much as possible to the point where I felt like he'd be better off without me. And I'm holding him up for all the dreams he had of building a family and buying a home, etc. For the past couple of years, my husband's approach of helping me has become gradually more authoritarian, almost like an authoritarian parenting style. Before you judge me, yes, I know it's not the healthiest, but I've been so deep in my sad and numb head that I didn't have the energy to even discuss alternatives. What I mean by him being authoritarian with me is, for example, he has created a card system where I need to write down what I'm going to do next day, pretty basic household stuff, such as cooking 3 meals for 145 mins, doing laundry for 145 mins, etc. He'll review and approve my agenda for the next day, with a minimum of 6 high votes to do. If I can't complete the things I said I'd do, he'll punish me for it in a very parenting way, such as taking away my phone, iPad, game console, locking up my pet bunny, making me run extra miles, etc. I'd naturally resist and object to these commands at first, but over time, I've learned that the more I argue with him, the harsher his punishments would be. It's pretty non-negotiable with him. His reasoning is that he's trying to help me, and if I can't do the things I promised I'd do, then that means I chose to not do those things and thus chose the consequences. I don't agree with it, but like I said, I haven't really had the energy or will to debate with him when my head was in a bad place. I should also mention that English is my second language, and he's a near genius. I'm just generally smart. So there's no way I could win arguments with him. Yes, I don't disagree that I haven't intellectually or socially grown much over the past 5 years at all. On a daily basis, I do consume a lot of social media and entertainment as a way of escaping my reality and coping with my pain. But my husband's theory has always been, just do it, just push it through. It doesn't matter if you're tired, you get things done anyways. My husband complains about me consuming garbage and asks me to only listen/read/watch somewhat educational things. I'm sorry I can't. I just can't. I apologize for the long paragraphs. I think I've painted an overall picture of my marriage. Fast forward to this summer. I discovered an interest in watching table tennis games. I've watched a bunch of matches and learned a lot about the players and stuff. About a month ago, I met some fellow tennis fans on a very friendly online platform, Xiao in Chinese, and quickly made some very good friends there. There's one table tennis player I like a lot, so I kind of started a fan page on that social media platform. I've been talking to fellow fans daily. I've edited photos and videos for my posts for fun. This has been my painkiller for the last month. I've actually been extremely happy that I met some of the girls there. There's one in particular which I've had lots of deep talks with about life, marriage, politics, etc. I've been a bit of a social magnet there. I'm funny, creative, and very fun to talk to in the online world in my native language. But of course, all these things I've been doing behind my husband's back. Why? Because he thinks watching sports is not helpful and being a fangirl is a bit stalking-ish. So I've just told him that I've made some ping-pong friends online, and no more than that. Needless to say, I've spent a lot of my time on my ping-pong friends and this fan page. He thinks I'm too addicted to it and I should quit it cold turkey. He asked me to do it earlier today and was surprised that I didn't want to say yes right away. Here's why I don't want to say yes to that. 1. This good friend I made online was the first close friend I've made in the last 8 years. Most of my friends are Chinese like me. My American husband doesn't like that. He dislikes the fact that I consume a lot of Chinese stuff instead of English because we live in America. I really don't want to let go of this awesome person who's become a good friend of mine because, again, I don't talk to anyone besides my husband in real life. 2, I actually have this sociable and likable online persona. It's the first time I've become so rich in over a decade. It might be pitiful, but I actually have a good sense of self-esteem in that safe and friendly, pretty much all-female online community. It's the happiest I have been for however long. I really don't want to say goodbye to this. It feels to me that every time I discover something that makes me happy, my husband would take it away from me as a punishment of not getting the things done which I said I would. I know I'm pretty spoiled. I have never fully financially supported myself, ever. But I don't know. This just doesn't feel right. My husband has complained about me not growing intellectually or cognitively, about me making excuses for things, etc. They're probably all true. Please be bluntly honest with me here. I just turned 31. I have nothing to show for. I pretty much cut off contact with my family, who deserve a much better daughter than me. I have no savings or money. I'm trying to build my life from where I am. I'm so lost in life. But I look around, I only have him. So I think I need a second opinion on things. Thanks for reading all of my rambling. Too long. I didn't read. My husband and I have been very unusually codependent because of my depression. I usually say yes to everything he tells me to do. But this time, I really don't want to. What should I do?
That's the end of the story. If you have hooked up till here, then hit like button and comment down your views. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, then do support me by subscribing, so you may not miss any video in future.